Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our class in law related studies. Well, in our last topic, we talked about the rights of the institution. And in fact, we learned that there are four rights. Do you still can remember what are those four rights? Let me enumerate. First is who may enroll, meaning to say it is within the rights of the institution to choose who among the applicants will be allowed to enroll to their school. Only those who have qualified certain requirements and qualifications. Number two, who may teach, meaning to say the institution also has the option, the rights to choose who will be those applicants who will be allowed to teach in their institution. The third is how subjects will be taught. Okay, so the faculty members or the teachers are given the privilege or the rights how they are going to teach the subjects. And then number four is how teaching will be carried out. So these are the rights of the institutions that is given as an authority in their operation as a learning institution. So we just have to recognize that it is not only the student who has the right, but the school or the institution also has rights to be recognized and respected by the students. Have you learned anything about the lesson that we had? Have you done your assignment? But anyways, so today, let us proceed to some important points that you should also learn, and this also pertains to your rights as a student. One of the important rights that you should be aware of is the grading. The grading system or the grading. How is grade being computed by the teacher? How is your grade being computed? So this is one question that is very important because there have been cases or complaints of parents regarding the grades given by the teacher or teachers to their children. So there should be black and white policy and guidelines regarding the grading of the children. Education Act of 1982. This is the Bible for the teachers in the elementary or basic education, but some provisions are also being adopted in higher education institution like the university. It speaks that the final grade or rating given to a pupil or student in a subject should be solely based on his scholastic performance. Any addition or diminution to the grade in a subject for co-curricular activities, attendance, or misconduct shall not be allowed, except as may otherwise be explicitly provided for by an individual school in an appropriate issuance or publication, and provided further that such adjustments are relevant to the subject contents and requirements. In the elementary level, the misconduct of the pupil may affect his class standing or final grade in character education. So you should take note of those important points that are contained in Education Act of 1982. First is, grades of the student must be solely be based on the actual curricular performance or academic performance of a pupil or a student. Okay, so is it clear that when you compute the grade of a student, the computation must be solely based on the academic performance of the student. And what are your basis for his or her academic performance? Can you identify some? So we have oral recitation, we have quizzes, assignments, projects, and other activities. Meaning to say, there is no room for any personal bias against a pupil or the pupil by a teacher. No? When I was still in the elementary or even in high school, I could hear stories about teachers nga moingon, no, sa mga estudyante o sa mga pupil. Adja mo gara-gara kay naara mo sa tumoy sa ahong ballpen. Naara mo sa tumoy sa ahong ballpen. What does it imply? Meaning to say, the passing or the failing of the student depends on the teacher. No? In that statement, it implies or it means that the teacher has the sole authority whether or not a student will pass in a particular subject. But that is not correct, because according to Education Act of 1982, what does it say? It says that the computation of grade must be based solely on the academic performance of a pupil or a student. So, the teacher, even if she is angry of that particular student, she hates the student very much, no? Makakita pa lamang sa sanawang sa estudyante, musurok na ang isang dugo. But no matter what her personal feelings towards the student is, her computation of the grade must be based solely on the academic performance of the student and nothing else. That is why it is very important for you, student, to keep all your papers. No? So, whenever you have assignments or quizzes and other activities that are graded, then make sure that you will get your copy, no? So that you have all your evidence that will question the action of the teacher. Oh ma'am, based on the result of my quizzes, dagko man ko mga scores. Ngaron nahag mo man ko sa imong subject, or why is my grade low in your subject? I can show you all my evidence or pieces of evidence. So, if that is the case, meaning to say the teacher is grading or computing the grade of the student not based on the academic performance of the pupil, therefore, the student has the basis, the student has the ground to file a complaint against a teacher. Because according to the law, grade must be solely based on the academic performance of the pupil or the student. Now, what if a student is active in co-curricular activities? Okay? So, for example, a pupil or a student is being sent to a regional or provincial competition with other pupils and students from other schools, and that student won in that competition. Will it be right if it is an English declamation competition and the student won in that competition, regional champion? Will it be right if I will add or I will give additional points in his subject, English? It is allowed, but there is a condition. What is the condition? That from the very start, there is already an agreement and an announcement that such is granted according to the school policy. Meaning to say, it is already the policy of the school being published and made known to all the parents, to all the students, that if you are participating in a competition provincial or regional, and if you win, points will be added to your grade in a specific subject. So, if you participate in a dance competition, no, if it is in the policy being published and made known, discussed and explained to all the parents of the students in the school, then additional points may be given to physical education. If it is competition in Filipino, no, tula or talumpati, then additional points may be given to your subject in Filipino. The condition is there should be a policy, no, a guidelines being set by the school and is being published, announced, and explained to all the parents of the school at the start of the school year or academic year. Meaning to say, dili pwede nga magbuot-buot ra si ma'am o si sir sa pag-add og points sa grado sa bata. No? There should be a school policy from the very start. And another important point is, it cannot be denied that there are just certain pupils who are, siaw. No. Siaw nga mga pupils. And then, we will just be surprised because nahagbong or nahibilin sa klase. And then the reason is tungod sa kasiaw. No, the action of the teacher is not valid.